FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Wentz first play going right to the air. And his first pass is incomplete. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game. But 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd at MVP voting. But a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 18 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line. On 1st down, Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Gibson. will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. One more time with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 20. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want...
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 39, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. John Bates, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first. To throw is Wentz. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Logan Thomas was an interesting name to watch coming into 2021, but injuries limited him to just 6 games. If he can stay on the field, Washington really likes what he can do coming off of his breakout in 2020. There's a first down catch right there.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the give. Now Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to make it a 2-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. A give up the middle to Gibson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the... Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right, toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Wentz now on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Wentz now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.